My girlfriend's weekend work trip left me with a bad feeling. I caught her red-handed. So, I'm in a bit of a situation with my girlfriend, Lisa, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm 38, she's 35, and we've been together for about 5 years now. Things have been pretty good between us, or so I thought. We live together with my stepson, Alex, who's 16. He's from Lisa's previous marriage, and we've always gotten along well. But recently, things have gotten weird, and I'm starting to question everything. It all started when I overheard Lisa on the phone with some guy. I couldn't make out much, but the tone was way too cozy for a work call. When I asked her about it, she brushed it off, saying it was just a work thing and not to worry about it. I tried to let it go, but it kept nagging at me. Then, at a family dinner, I noticed Lisa was super focused on her phone, texting nonstop and tilting the screen away from me. It was like she didn't want me to see who she was talking to. That got my mind racing even more. What was she hiding? A few days later, Alex mentioned he saw Lisa at the mall with some guy he didn't recognize. He thought it was odd but didn't make a big deal out of it. Hearing that, though, it was like a punch in the gut. It confirmed my worst fears. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, so I did something I'm not proud of. I looked through her purse and found a hotel room receipt. She hadn't mentioned anything about staying at a hotel to me. Why would she need a hotel room? The next thing I know, Lisa's talking about needing a weekend to herself to think about our relationship. She said she needed space, but it felt like an excuse. I decided I had to know what was going on, so I followed her when she left for her alone time. I ended up at the same hotel from the receipt and saw her with the same guy Alex had seen her with. They were hugging like they were more than just friends. I confronted the guy, and he said they were just old friends catching up. But who hugs their just friend like that? I went home feeling like a complete fool. I felt betrayed but didn't know what to do next. I mean, I didn't have any concrete proof she was cheating, right? But everything inside me was screaming that she was lying. It's like I'm living in a bad dream, and I can't wake up. What should I do? Update 1. You won't believe the mess I'm dealing with right now. So, I've been trying to keep my cool around Lisa, but man, it's like walking on eggshells. Every time we're in the same room, you can cut the tension with a knife. I'm doing my best to act normal, but it's clear something's off. The other day, Lisa straight up accused me of being paranoid and controlling. She turned the whole situation around on me, making it seem like I'm the one with the problem. It's like she's trying to make me doubt myself, but I know what I saw at that hotel. Then, I found out she's been moving money to a separate bank account. I stumbled upon some bank statements while I was looking for our utility bills. It wasn't just a few bucks here and there, we're talking large sums of money. When I confronted her about it, she blew up and threatened to leave me, and take Alex with her. That hit me hard. Alex is my stepson, but I've raised him like my own. Feeling lost, I talked to my buddy, Mike, about everything. He suggested that Lisa might be gaslighting me. I didn't want to believe it, but the pieces started to fit together. Out of nowhere, Lisa throws this big surprise party for me. She's all smiles and acting like we're the perfect couple. It messed with my head because just days before, we were at each other's throats. At the party, I overheard someone mention how Lisa's been going out of town a lot. It was like a punch to the gut. I thought I was being discreet about my suspicions, but people are noticing. Later, I found a hidden prepaid phone in Lisa's drawer. It was filled with messages to the same guy I saw her with. I was holding the phone when Lisa walked in. She freaked out, we got into a scuffle, and she ended up twisting her ankle. It was an accident, but she made it seem like I attacked her. I had to get out of there, so I left the house to cool off. I'm sitting here in my car, trying to wrap my head around everything. I feel like I don't even know who Lisa is anymore. It's like she's living a double life, and I'm just caught in the middle of it. Update 2. Thank you for all the advice. Guys, I'm back with another update, and things have gotten even more complicated. I returned home after cooling off from the whole phone altercation, and I walked into a mess. Lisa had told Alex that I hurt her on purpose. I couldn't believe it. Alex, my stepson, who I've been trying to build a relationship with, looked at me like I was some kind of monster. He confronted me, demanding to know why I would do something like that. I tried to explain, but he wouldn't listen. The rift between us just grew deeper, and I felt helpless. As if that wasn't enough, I found out that the unknown man Lisa's been in contact with is her ex-husband. She always told me he was out of her life for good. I felt like a fool, having believed her lies. It's like I don't even know who she is anymore. Then, out of the blue, Lisa started going to therapy sessions. She said she wanted to fix our relationship. I was skeptical, but a part of me wanted to believe that she was sincere. I found a brochure for a couples retreat in her car, and I thought maybe this was a sign that she was really trying to commit to us again. We went to the retreat, and it was intense. We had to confront our issues in front of other couples, which was humiliating and raw. Lisa broke down during one of the sessions, confessing that she felt trapped in our relationship. Seeing her like that, so vulnerable, I couldn't help but feel for her. I decided to give her another chance, thinking that her emotional display was genuine. On the last night of the retreat, I got caught up in the moment and proposed renewing our vows. Lisa hesitated but eventually agreed. I thought we were turning a new page, but as we were leaving, I saw a text on Lisa's phone from her ex-husband. It read, "I miss you already." My heart sank. All the trust one was trying to rebuild just shattered in an instant. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle of distrust and hurt. I want to believe Lisa, but everything points to her not being honest with me. It's like every time I take a step forward with her, I find something new that pushes me 2 steps back. I'm trying to hold on to the good moments, but they're getting harder and harder to find. Update 3. Thank you for all the advice. I can't believe I'm back here, but things have taken a turn for the worse. My obsession with Lisa's betrayal has spiraled out of control. I've started following her regularly, without her knowledge. It's like I can't help myself. I need to know what she's doing and who she's with. She's become more distant than ever, using her therapy as an excuse to spend time away from home. I feel like I'm living with a stranger. The other day, I overheard a phone call where Lisa told someone she'll be free soon. My heart sank. What did that mean? Was she planning to leave me? I couldn't shake the feeling that she was plotting something behind my back. Driven by a mix of fear and desperation, I searched through her things and found a hidden compartment in her closet. Inside, there was a stash of cash and a second phone. My mind raced with questions. Why did she need a secret phone? Who was the cash for? Then, Lisa announced she was going on a business trip. Something about it didn't sit right with me. I decided this was the moment to act. I canceled all my appointments and prepared to follow her on her trip. I felt like I was in some sort of daze, not fully in control of my actions but propelled by a need to know the truth. At the airport, my worst fears were confirmed. Lisa met up with her ex-husband. I watched from a distance, my heart pounding in my chest. I followed them to a secluded cabin, where I witnessed them being intimate. It was like a punch to the gut. I was so overcome with rage that I did something I never thought I'd do. I sabotaged their car, leaving them stranded. I don't know what came over me. I just wanted them to feel a fraction of the pain I was feeling. As I drove away, my phone rang. It was Alex, in a panic because Lisa never arrived at her supposed business destination. I couldn't bring myself to answer. What could I say? That I left his mother stranded with her lover? I felt a mix of guilt and vindication, but mostly, I felt lost. I'm sitting here now, trying to make sense of it all. I don't know what to do next. I just know that I can't go back to the way things were. I can't trust Lisa, and I can't trust myself around her. It's like I'm watching my life fall apart, and I'm powerless to stop it. Last update. A lot has happened since my last post, and I'm not sure where to begin, but I need to get this off my chest. After seeing Lisa with her ex at that secluded cabin, I was a mess. I couldn't handle the betrayal. I ignored Alex's frantic calls. I just couldn't face him or explain what I had done. I drove without direction, my mind a whirlwind of guilt and a twisted sense of vindication. I had been right all along, but at what cost? Eventually, I pulled myself together enough to check into a motel. I used a fake name because I didn't want anyone, especially Lisa, to track me down. I was lost in thought, trying to figure out what I should do next. I knew I couldn't just run away from everything, but the thought of facing Lisa and dealing with the aftermath was overwhelming. Meanwhile, Lisa and her ex somehow managed to get a signal out at the cabin and called for help. I didn't know this at the time, but it just added to the complexity of the situation. When I finally got the courage to go back home, Lisa was there waiting for me. She confronted me immediately, accusing me of stalking her. She knew I had been following her, and she was furious. I couldn't deny it. I admitted to everything, the following, the sabotage, all of it. I accused her of cheating and lying to me, of making me feel like I was losing my mind. That's when Lisa dropped a bombshell. She told me she had been planning to leave me for her ex-husband. She said she was afraid of me now, afraid for her safety because of what I had done. I felt like I was being torn apart. How had things gotten so out of control? In the heat of the moment, Lisa confessed something that cut even deeper. She said she never loved me. She claimed she had stayed in the relationship only for the sake of Alex. Hearing those words was like a physical blow. I had given so much of myself to this relationship, to her, to Alex. And it was all built on a lie. I was devastated. I decided I had to leave. I couldn't stay in a house where I was so unwanted, so unloved. As I was packing my things, I found a letter from Lisa. It was addressed to me, and it was an apology. In the letter, Lisa explained that she had been trying to push me away because she had a terminal illness. She didn't want me to go through the pain of watching her decline. I was stunned. I didn't know what to believe. Was this another lie? A manipulation? But the letter seemed genuine, and I could see the pain in her words. As I was trying to process all of this, Lisa walked into the room. We looked at each other, and for a moment, all the anger and hurt seemed to melt away. We shared a tearful embrace, a moment of connection amidst the chaos. But then, Lisa collapsed. It was sudden and terrifying. I rushed to call an ambulance, my heart pounding in my chest. But when I turned back to look at Lisa, lying there so still, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The letter had vanished. It was gone without a trace, and I was left wondering if it had ever been real at all.